ahead, toss it over to Leaf and Lawler. Over to you guys.
We're back. We're finally back. More Rocket League.
I missed it. I missed it.
I'm super excited.
I did miss those puns, though. Holy cow, they were terrible.
I mean, welcome back, Golden Boy, but I think we'll get tired of it quick.
Nah,
Yeah, we got
nah,
Lucky
we missed
Bounce. XYZ, absolutely. I even said XYZ for you guys. XYZ,
Didn't say
Lucky
Z,
Bounce,
no,
and
no.
XYZ. This is going to be incredible. I'm going to say I'm more on James' side of things. I think XYZ has something to show here, and I think this is going to be where they're going to pull it out. I think they're going to lose it, but still push really hard.
Right. You look at the two teams, and despite how well they've been playing the past couple weeks, this could change everything. I mean, they need to show up when it matters the most, and right now is that time. They need to make sure that they come out and play very, very strong. Otherwise, all this practice for the past couple weeks is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. So unless they can take that that strong performance that they've been doing in the past couple weeks, which to me is weird because I have yet to see this roster for with Darkfire, Timothy, and Torment play. Lord September has always been playing.
Yeah,
so.
I was going to mention, like, I played with Lord September a lot, and I was expecting him to be out here for us. So shout outs to September. But it's as you said, you haven't seen this kind of mix-up before. Do you think it's going to be a weird factor for them, or do you think it's just they're going to come out blazing, or do you think having September would have been a better option for them?
I think the reason why they went with Timothy is one of those players that is just always in a correct position at the right time. Like, he's kind of that in-between player that if I hit a pass and it kind of deflects, Timothy's there waiting for it. And September's been a very good striker, but I think Timothy fits the role of that team better when Torment plays. So I thought they were going to take Torment out and put in Timothy instead, but they mixed it up on us, of course.
Again, all these players super strong on Lucky Bounce, and that's why the name is known for sure. And then on the other side, we got XYZ. We have Karma, Ping Pong Pete, Subin, Ping Pong Pete as a name that I think a few people are going to remember from the last qualifiers. Subin as well. Very strong players on that side. Is there anything especially you think they have to do to beat the strong Lucky Bounce team?
They need to pressure them early. If they don't, it's going to be problems because Darkfire, when that boy goes off, it is insane. So if they can get Karma up there with the help of Ping Pong Pete to shoot in some shots just like he did last qual, they should have a pretty good shot. It's hard looking between the two teams with how well Lucky Bounce has performed in the past couple of weeks. It's going to be an uphill battle.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting at the beginning. I think both teams are going to have to really feel each other out. First game being broadcast on RLCS, there's going to be some nerves there for sure. Both these teams, again, have experience being broadcast on many of the community events. Lucky Bounce, I think, a little more of that experience. I mean, they won VVV, it was, last
They've actually
week.
been showing up a lot. They've placed top 3 in every VVV since time's been off. So
absolutely incredible. These guys are ready to go. XYZ versus Lucky Bounce, getting our first match of the RLCS qualifier number 2. We're gonna get into it.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump on board with Karma right away. Playing in that back roll right away. Expect her to kind of transition in immediately after Ping Pong Pete gets this kickoff.
Already on the kickoff, on the attack is Lucky Bounce to see if they can get a quick early goal. They're not. Subin up to Karma. Missing that ball. Still pushing forward to Subin. Darkfire steals it away. Torment has an opportunity to get that past Ping Pong, but sitting back at midfield. See if Lucky Bounce can keep this pressure on. Already a lot of pressure put on by them to keep the ball. They attack on that blue side as XYZ tries to make a breakout. They just can't. The onslaught now starting from Lucky Bounce. They need to get out if they want to get refilled on boost and start an attack of their own. Back to midfield could be their opportunity, but no pressure there. Darkfire now has a chance to set this up. Torment tries to pinch it out between them. Finally, a breakout. Ping Pong Pete catches it off the wall. Can he get a shot? Tried to follow that one up the wall. Would have been a great touch if he got it. One shot, one goal is all they need right now.
Yeah, just barely. And expect the pressure from this Lucky Bounce team to just never end. Hopefully they can get a big clear and do something with it, but if not, it could spell some trouble early.
A lot of weird whiffing going on in the middle there, but gaining control is XYZ as they try to put a shot on Subin, just missing a little bit to the right side, leaving Karma back. Stop this, that's an open net. This could be a scoring opportunity. Timothy takes the first goal just over a minute into this game.
It was only a matter of time. Look how easy this is. Nobody pressuring him. Going for the boost instead is Subin, but easy, wide open net for him to put it in the back. That's ones that you need to take into consideration. If something like that's happening, usually it's a defensive rotation that's breaking down.
Wide open nets are not what we want to see, especially this early on. I mean, this is only a best of 3. This ain't a set of 5 that we see in the group stages. This is a best of 3. Being down 1, it means it's make or break the next game. Being down a goal already is not what you want. Darkfire trying to get a second goal for his team. Good little chip up to Torment. Torment a little bit late on that, but the follow-up from
so
Timothy. Just hitting the post. Darkfire just trying to keep that in while they go back and grab some boost. Keeping the pressure on. Subin pushes it out up the wall, see if he can chase it off. Leaves that for Torment. The shot on net. Ping Pong in a good spot to block that. Now it's his chance to push it out. Doesn't get a good touch. Timothy beats him on that 50-50. Nice pass out to Darkfire. What a pass. Lucky bounce.
Exactly what I'm talking about of this lucky bounce team. Timothy going up for an early contest, getting in the way, but then able to follow it up on the wall is what led to that entire pass happen in the first place. Good job on Timothy for following that up.
Amazing. We've seen Darkfire put a lot of pressure for his team on now, and that's something that XYZ is just not being able to break past. And they need to. Torment trying to get another one off the kickoff. A little bit high. Darkfire to follow, and there he is once again. 3 goals for Lucky Bounce.
Look at Torment with this demo, actually, the way that he plays this up. So he takes a shot and then immediately follows and demos Karma. So even if Subin did get a touch on this Lucky Bounce team is going to then be able to rotate in again.
One less defender.
They don't even need it. They don't even need it. Darkfire up first, nobody there to get it and contest him.
It was good field control to make sure they have one more body on the field, just an extra option. Very good point out there.
Making really good use of his space.
This could drop, but Torment catches it off the wall. We have both Darkfire and Torment up there. Could have been a sticky situation had it landed down in front of the net. Ping Pong Pete was ready. Now it's Ping Pong. Oh, if he had got the touch, would have been a goal for XYZ to put at least one on the scoreboard, approaching the halfway mark. This first game, Torment, the pass over to Darkfire, just a little bit high. And that's going to go back out. Torment, they can't, or Timothy, sorry, they can't really get play started. And this could be a shot opportunity. Right here, Karma, blocked up with Darkfire, making that back rotation.
I really wish Karma would have went into mid for that and then letting their teammate get it instead. Probably would have worked out a little bit better, but they're still keeping up the pressure. And there's a demo coming out.
Another demo. Unfortunately, the ball was a little bit wide and didn't go anywhere advantageous for them. Karma trying to do some fancy work off the wall. Just couldn't quite get that in front of the net. Now up on the wall, Subin taking a shot. Easy clear for Timothy, the dominant strong nose. Catching that in the air, XYZ drops it down softly. Ping Pong Pete, last defender. This could be a scoring opportunity. Timothy could turn around in time. Subin just beats him to it. Karma now with a ground shot, trying to bounce that over the defenders. And they do! Ping Pong Pete with the follow-up off that corner bounce.
Torment was being very patient on that. He watched most of that, waiting for his teammate to go up and get it, and Darkfire just barely missing. But Ping Pong Pete being there at the right place, able to put a shot on net. They still got some hope. 2 minutes is a lot of time.
Well, watching from Torment, it looked like he didn't realize Ping Pong Pete was creeping up like that. But you got to expect at this level, in the top 128, man. Like this is they're going to be there. They're going to be putting the pressure on the ball.
You got it, man.
So we'll see. You got it. We'll see if they get another goal here. That's going to go over the net. XYZ keeping it out. 2 goals left. They need a minute 30. Very strong showing from Lucky Bounce. It's going to be hard to come back for XYZ as they've been having trouble breaking out their own zone, but this could be what they need right now. Subin to get the touch at his teammate. That's a good pass. No one to follow it up. Karma at least keeps it in, gets the touch. Not reading the touch from Darkfire there, but that's a shot going into the far side. The precision, look at the placement on that ball.
You actually had one of the players, and it was Ping Pong Pete retreating, but a poor touch by Darkfire. He plays that not hard enough into the corner, and it settles perfectly for this XYZ team, taking a shot right off of that, leaving no time. I mean, when you're doing stuff like that, you need to make sure it's precise and with zero hesitation, and XYZ is doing just that to get back into this game.
Only a 1-goal deficit at this point for XYZ as they come into the final minute of gameplay. Well, in 10 seconds. Math again. We'll see if they can get another one. I think it's very, very doable for them, especially now that they're starting to break out of their own zone, starting to get the touches they need. Here's Karma's chance for a good clear. She gets it. Second touch. She does win over top. Ping Pong Pete. Can he beat out Darkfire? Not quite. Gets stuffed out by Subin, though. Sitting at midfield. Torment trying to get a play started up. See if his teammate can help out. Darkfire does. Back for boost goes Torment. Is Timothy there for the shot? That shot goes back out to midfield. Ping Pong Pete is going to win out on the 50-50 there, and that's a scoring opportunity. Subin, no! Just couldn't squeak it in, and Ping Pong with the follow-up. Darkfire just gets a touch on it. That's what they needed. 30 seconds left, and now on the attack is Lucky Bounce. Darkfire, can you do it? Can he do it? Not the touch he needed.
Close.
Very close, though. Torment trying to finish it up. The pressure is real. This could be it. Torment. No one there to follow it up. Ping Pong Pete needs to get a clear right now. 17 seconds left.
Man, Lucky Bounce, they just need to keep up this pressure. Only 10 seconds left. All they have to do is keep it off the other side, but demos like that are able to set it up.
Karma, can you finish it? No! 7 seconds. They are still in the zone, but Lucky Bounce has the Possession, Subban off the backboard. Darkfire needs to clear this properly, and it's going to touch the ground if Subban can keep it up. Oh my goodness, just couldn't get a teammate there to put it in. That was close.
Man, getting really close on that one. Ping Pong Pete had an opportunity there to even pinch it against the wall and maybe pop it up. I think he was just afraid of it, like pinching too hard and going somewhere, because they are very unpredictable. But man, was that close. What a great first match for the RLCS, man.
That was incredible. I mean, a slow start for XYZ. They got stuck in their own zone. They couldn't make the breakout, but at the end, they started to get the touches they needed, the clears. Just getting those high clears was able to get them pushing forward and get shots on net, and they were 1 goal away, 5 seconds away from maybe another goal, and that could have been a tie game into an overtime. Shots are almost completely even on them. I'm excited to see what Game 2 has for us.
JSBot, very good call, expecting this XYZ team to take hopefully at least one, and I want them to. With the way that they've been playing, they have something to prove here, and with how close they made it last qualifier, just barely missing out. Oh, man. Almost there.
It's very close. So again, coming in this X1, I think as long as XYZ comes out very strong as they just did, don't take the time to get the ball into your opponent's zone. This could be a very close game for Lucky Bounce. They're going to need to step it up for sure, get some more early goals in, I think, and I think this is going to be a much closer match.
Right. You're already seeing the pressure coming out from Lucky Bounce like we predicted, but you look at the two difference of teams. XYZ is doing a really good job of matching that. You saw those pass plays starting to come through. You almost saw that redirect coming from Subban after that pass from Karma, and if that would have went in, we would have had a tie game. So they're just there.
So close, so close. Already on the kickoff, though, Darkfire trying to stick one in. I said early goals. They're going to need it if they want to get this lead off the bat, because if XYZ plays any way they did last time, the end game for Lucky Bounce is going to be a tough battle if they're not ahead by enough points. Already on the attack, though, is XYZ. A little bit wide for that. Maybe just trying to keep the ball in a Lucky Bounce's end while they get some boost refilled. Now that's going back. Karma flying across from the side. Subban just gets a touch to keep that back to midfield as they try to move it forward. Ping Pong Pete, nice little butt touch to push it out. Good pinch. No one there for the pass. Timothy collects it off the wall, but no one to follow it up from his teammate. Darkfire and Torment.
Oh, wow,
what are they doing with that shot as well?
Placement on that shot was really good from Subban. You see Ping Pong Pete actually getting up and playing that off the corner, but Timothy had a really weird clear that went way out. But when something like that happens and it's a small mistake, hopefully the communication will then play through and you have a teammate that's going to go contest that, and they just both sat net, showing that offense.
They went rookie bot mode, straight up there. The hesitation, what should I do? What should I do? And that's a goal. But yeah, again, that placement, incredible. Darkfire with the dribble pass. Torment, Timothy, the follow-up. Oh my goodness, that dribble pass though.
Okay, so he's going to air carry this. You look at Darkfire going up, and then Timothy comes in to squeak it to redirect it back in. If you'd have made that, it would have looked even better. But look at the team play coming through, having some player there at the bottom to push it in. Good teamwork coming out to secure that goal.
That was no Lucky Bounce. That was an incredible team play and great coordination. I want to see some more of that. If we're getting that already this early in the RLCS, oh, I am excited for what is to come. Timothy, ball control, gets stuffed out. XYZ to try to keep it out of their zone. The shot on net off the crossbar. This is tricky. Oh man, no. Those crossbar shots.
I actually want to pay attention here. Darkfire decided to go and take the ball, and Timothy went for boost instead. Timothy is still covering that back position. He's rotating back on defense just in case there is a large clear. And you saw so many teams get punished for that in the first qualifier. I'm glad these guys are learning.
Now they're up a goal, just over a minute into game number 2. The lead is for Darkfire. Can he get another one? The lead is for Lucky Bounce. XYZ keeping it only to 1 goal lead for them. Karma dropping that to Subban. Subban reads it wrong. Could be a bad opportunity for them, or sorry, bad situation, sorry, for them. Good opportunity for Lucky Bounce. Karma throws that way out to Subban. Subban can't get the touch he wants. It's going to roll into the corner of Lucky Bounce's end. Darkfire, good control. Karma's going to steal that away, make sure no shot comes out. Subban just trying to get away. Couldn't really get a good touch. Floating down, Timothy collects it. Darkfire back out. Timothy's going to leave as Torment follows it up. Good rotations from Lucky Bounce at the moment as they're keeping the pressure on. Can't get out of the corner, though. Karma doing a little bit of a backflip. Could be a bad situation. Darkfire, oh, not the touch he wanted. Not going to be able to get that on point. Now Subban and Ping Pong Pete can move it out, but they lose control to Timothy as they keep the pressure on. Lucky Bounce doing everything they can to get more goals.
I actually saw Darkfire as he's in front of the net there. He's taking full advantage of using that double aerial to get up fast, where he wasn't going to be able to get the touch he wanted, but he still wanted to keep it out of possession of XYZ. So he jumped, boosted, and jumped again immediately after to make sure he had the air to get up and take a shot on.
Oh, good pass from Torment, but no finish from his teammates. It's going to roll down. Subban's not going to be able to get there in time. Tries to get the read of the Torment, but doesn't quite. Karma has to pick it up instead. Darkfire stealing it away. Torment ready for that touch from Ping Pong Pete. Out to the front. The pass from Ping Pong Pete could have been to the wrong person. Timothy a little bit wide. See if he can do anything else with it. He's going to leave it for Darkfire off the backboard. Karma needs to win out this one. Torment does get it, but no one to follow it up. And now subbing. Oh, if he could steal that away and get that open net, would have been a tied-up game, but 2 minutes left. Only 1 goal differential. That's going a little bit wide. Lucky Bounce makes another attack. The pressure is real from Lucky Bounce at the moment. They are still putting on the attack.
XYZ is doing what they need to on defense. The big thing that they're missing, though, is big clears. The ball settles in their side of the field way too long. If they just could get a big clear and hopefully put that on net as well, I think it would make a big difference in this game.
That is out front of the net. Torment can't get that past the defender in the air. Good contest. Way up in the sky, but that's a bad miss from Ping Pong. If he got the touch, it would have been fine, but he missed.
Good job on Lucky Bounce, though, being patient there. Darkfire waiting for the aerial rather than going up and making a kind of a cautious attempt. But sitting back, waiting for that ball to just set in front of him, and still has to make the shot.
Yeah. Well, you look at
probably one of the easier
Darkfire,
ones he's going to get.
Option coverage. He was waiting for that to get touched to the side, and he was going to pick it up anyways, right? So now 3-1 for Lucky Bounce in game number 2. They're already up 1-0 in the series. It's the best of 3. If they win this is it then for XYZ. See if they can get another 2 goals. Minute 20 left. Ping Pong Pete, no one there to follow up. Karma now has a chance to get a clear. Long shot off the backboard. Ping Pong Pete wants to follow up. Commits to a touch he wouldn't have had. Torment wins it out. And now this could be a pass out to Karma. Karma's waiting. Up and at him, but not the touch. Oh, but subbing. Could have followed it up. And now that is an open net.
Oh, that's
for Timothy to shoot on.
Oh, man, that's really tough for XYZ. They had a really good play set up here. It's just that small touch by Subban that he missed, and Torment got over the top, allowed for a very quick transition for this Lucky Bounce team, and they're able to capitalize on it. You got to be careful.
Ping Pong P almost made it back for that, but it was just it was tough. They had committed to a play. There were some misses, and that's what I see as a big thing from XYZ right now is they're getting some whiffs on those aerials, and that's not what you could be having at this level of play. And that's what Lucky Bounce is capitalizing on. 50 seconds left in game number 2. 4-1 in favor of Lucky Bounce. This is going to be another goal going to Darkfire, just going a little bit over top of that one. XYZ thinking everything in forces that helped them out on that, but Timothy to sink another, and we're looking at a dominating game for Lucky Bounce.
I wouldn't even say it's dominating. It's just that XYZ is missing some of these aerials. That's 2 in a row where just small aerials where they're not high enough to hit the ball initially is allowing this Lucky Bounce team to then transition that into a goal.
They're all over them. They're punishing the whiffs, and that's what a good team's going to do. Punish any mistakes your opponent make, and that's why we see a 5-1 on the scoreboard. 30 seconds left. Very, very unlikely for XYZ to come back, but my fingers are still crossed for them to pull us back into an overtime potentially. But 20 seconds, 4 goals, very difficult task. Ping Pong Pete still trying to do everything he can to get that ball up front for his teammates. There's a pass that could be on net. The stop from Timothy just barely getting the roof of his car on that. Still the pressure though coming from XYZ. They are not giving up.
Yeah, you look at this back and forth. That's the kind of passes that we want to see, just a little too high. But they're setting up plays correctly. It's just there's not enough of them. They played defense so much that game.
And that's going to be it then. 2-0 for Lucky Bounce. Looks like the predictions are in favor of Gibbs on that one. Of course, we should always just listen to Gibbs, I guess. Right? But it was a very good showing, especially from the end of game number 1. XYZ pulled out. They started to put shots on that. They started to put the pressure on. Right. They were doing what they needed to, but the whiffs were just too much, I think.
Yeah, Lucky Bounce did a good job of capitalizing on that. They just needed to get up a little bit higher, probably pressure a little bit more. But other than that, I mean, they did play solid. Just Lucky Bounce played a little bit better.
We're going to see what the Deathcaster says as we get the next matches ready for you, Golden Boy. Let's hear it.
Thank you guys so much. All right, so you know what? You called it. You said 2-0, but we did see some fight though out of XYZ, which is good. Which I think is really what we wanted to see, right? Especially for the first game of the RLCS, kick things off here for qualifier number 2. Yeah, man. Any major takeaways there for Lucky Bounce for you? I mean, they came out the gate pretty strong there. Timothy getting that first goal early on in game one kind of set the tone for that one.
Yeah, it was all about pressure in their half. They had a great midfield game, and XYZ just kept throwing it off the wall right back to Lucky Bounce, and then Lucky Bounce would throw it off the backboard for those passes. Like, they were living above their net the entire time.
Yeah, they were back against the wall. They did have good defense, but there were some moments where that defense just crumbled. You saw when Pete missed that hit, it was a wide open net for Darkfire. And then also in game one, like you said, that early lead for Lucky Bounce, but then Ping Pong Pete, working with Karma, was able to bring it back into one goal. And there was a moment where Subban had that open net, and it was a ball arching in over him, and he had the opportunity to redirect that back into the net. He waited just too long and missed. So that one, definitely a heartbreaking moment, because that was like in the last 30 seconds of the game. So close to forcing that one into overtime, but Lucky Bounce just looked like the better team overall. Lots of team plays.
Yep.
Yeah, game one was really impressive. And we actually have some highlights there from actually Darkfire. Darkfire came out huge for 2 goals in that first game there, and did it very quick as well. He got the first goal at the 3:10 mark, and then the next goal right at the 3:04 mark. Darkfire was not playing around here, Gibbs.
Yeah, right here, a great pass from Timothy, and then Darkfire just reads those backward plays really well, getting 2 quick goals. They were within 20 seconds of another, and that really hurt Lucky XYZ in that first game.
But speaking of team plays, look at this one. Every single member from Lucky Bounce getting a touch on that one. And you can see just the air dribble, passing it right over. Torment got the shot, but it was just a little bit high. But Tim was there to finish that one off. So very good team play from Lucky Bounce. Rotations coming in and just leading to goal after goal. And you can see there just continuous pressure, like you'd mentioned, put on by Lucky Bounce. Too much for XYZ.
Yeah, Lucky Bounce just had free reign on those backboard passes. Like, XYZ was not challenging those plays because they couldn't, because they just had someone try for that clear, and then they only have 2 people left that are still rotating back. They had to let those passes happen and hope they missed, but Lucky Bounce was hitting those shots.
Dare I say that air dribble was a Mobile One high performance play. Ooh, look at that there. It's hot fire, just spitting it.
You are so talented.
Hey, man, I haven't been here in a couple weeks, so, I got to bring the cringe as much as I possibly can. You never know when I'm going to come back again. So, yeah, I mean, overall, though, I have to say, for XYZ, they're not out of it just yet, right? They go down to the losers bracket, where I'm sure they'll make a heck of a run. And it was good to see them. Game one really was like the Lucky Bounce, or I should say XYZ's chance for them to get back in this game, to really prove that like they can move on in this competition. And it was just those close, just nail biter moments there. It was a good way to kick off the RLCS for sure.
Yeah, they almost had a 0-second goal. The last 2 minutes was XYZ's game, and they just couldn't put enough goals back in after Lucky Bounce. But if they play that way in the losers bracket, they have a chance to come out of there.
Absolutely.
And what about Lucky Bounce for you, James? Sorry to interrupt, but I am very curious, because this squad looks very solid. I mean, that coordination with the air dribble, like that was really impressive.
Yes, this team is ranked number 6 for a reason. They won that VVV tournament. I've gotten to play with them. I actually play with Torment on Xbox Rocket League quite a bit, so he's a really skilled player. I'm not surprised to see these guys come out, and they were one of those teams, just like a Selfless was when Selfless made it in. It could have very easily been Lucky Bounce. So Lucky Bounce is coming out. They've been practicing a lot, competing a lot, so don't be surprised to see them make it in and secure one of those 6 spots.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Lucky Bounce can continue on in this competition, especially considering that you don't have to worry about the likes of Kings of Urban and Cosmic, right? Although there are only 6 spots, those players not being in the competition actually really changes the tone of that bracket. So it's going to be really interesting to see how all this unfolds, folks. But coming up next, we actually have Fake Out Nation facing off against a team formerly known as Vex, now known as Exodus. Who's going to come out on top here? We'll find out on the other side.